I haven't really talked a lot about next gen consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, but I am interested. I've talked about them a little bit and what my intentions are. I would like to grab both of these consoles at some point, but I really need to see the games, right? And we've seen games for both, but nothing has really jumped out at me like a system seller. I've seen some cool stuff. I'm not a fanboy going either way here, right? I've seen some interesting stuff, but just nothing that's a system seller. And it seems like forever we've been waiting to find out price point and launch date. We know they're coming out this year, right? And it seems like one company was waiting for the other to make a move before they made a move. Like, you can't just both be standing still doing nothing, right? We finally got some information. It's been a crazy night. A lot of stuff been trickling out with the Series X and the Series S with the release date and the pricing being revealed. And I find this very interesting because we're going to be learning about the Sony PlayStation 5 price point and release date very soon within the next couple days, as there's supposed to be a presentation coming up, right? So according to this article at Windows Central, there's been a lot of sources out there confirming the release date and the price for the Xbox Series X and S. And I find the Series S interesting. So let's go ahead and go through this real quick. They state that they confirm via their sources that the entry-level Xbox Series S will cost $299 at retail. This machine is all digital. There is no disk drive here, so you're not loading up games through disk or watching movies through disk. All digital, right? Another sad addition, essentially. But I think a lot more people are going to embrace this over the Xbox One sad, right? This is kind of interesting, but I really need to learn more about the PlayStation 5 with their, game plan with their digital version versus the disc-based version. I believe both of those consoles are supposed to be the same, but with these two Xbox versions, it kind of strikes me as odd. One is weaker than the other. Obviously, the cheaper one is weaker. The Series X is $500, and there's supposed to be this financing Xbox All Access. I'm not really familiar with that, where they're going to be pushing that out via different retailers to do like a, financing option. $25 a month for the Series S or $35 a month for the Series X. Maybe with the way the world's going right now, and they know some people may not have all that money in their pockets to throw at this thing. I know I don't. So a financing option will definitely be of interest to a lot of people, a lot of gamers, right? They also state both consoles will launch on November 10th. The Xbox Series X or Series S leaked via Brad Sams on Twitter, giving us a glimpse at their entry-level SKU. And they also state that they expect this smaller Series S, which it fits inside of the Series X. You can see the little clip here, like when they slide it in. It's a little shorter, definitely a lot smaller. Looks like you could fit like two of them in there, right? Very odd looking design. People are saying it looks like a speaker, looks like a turntable. I don't know, but it doesn't look horrible to me. Some people are saying it looks atrocious, but I don't really care. It's about the games for me. I don't really care what it looks like. I think it looks nicer than the freaking PlayStation 5 with the fins, even though I said I'm not a fanboy, but I'd probably lean more towards Sony. But I would like to get both. I was playing the Xbox One before I came down here. I was playing Sea of Thieves, and I never played that game. The game's freaking beautiful. I mean, I don't know if it's a great game because I really haven't played much, but I'm like, damn, this game's pretty cool, right? They're saying that they expect the Series S to be 4 teraflops RDNA 2, making it roughly around as powerful as the Xbox One X. Perhaps geared towards 1080p monitors with better frame rates. We don't have further details on the console's capabilities beyond that, but we expect NVMe drives and many of the newer next-gen features like fast resuming multiple games and ray tracing. So, not to say that it's like gonna be the same as the Xbox One X, but for it to be compared to that, and then they have a more powerful version, I mean, yeah, okay. PS4, PS4 Pro, the Xbox One, the Xbox One X. I know they've been doing that kind of thing, and I think this is really being pushed out to just offer a cheaper version from the get-go. But for me, it's like you're buying the entry-level version that doesn't have a disk drive, and you're not getting the same experience as the flagship, the Series X, right? I get it as far as like having options, but man, if I were to be like, which one can I afford? Can I get the Series S right now? It's $300, but for another $200, I get a full-on upgraded system. Maybe I'll just wait, and if I had to, right? If like to save up another $200 and buy that one instead, right? That's gonna put a lot of people in a bind here. Like, which do you get? $200 is like, for some people, let's just be legit here. Some people it's a lot of money, some people it's not a lot of money. For me, it just depends on what finances look like from month to month. You know, sometimes I never know. You know what I mean? $200 is a lot of tacos, a lot of you know, a lot of beers. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's definitely going to put some people like really wrapping their brain around this. What do they want to do? You know, 4 teraflops, Series X, 12 teraflops, 4K resolution, 60 FPS. Some games like Halo Infinite going all the way up to 120 FPS. That, yeah, that's like, I'm really curious what's gonna happen with the price points of the PS5, because the way it, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen so far, it seems like the digital and the non-digital PS5, they're the same specs, right? So I don't think there's going to be as much of a gap in price on those two compared to this. I would imagine maybe the PlayStation 5 will be $500 and then the digital will be $400. I don't think they're going to drop that one down to $300. I mean, that would be awesome if they did. If you're somebody who is fine with all digital and don't want to worry about physical media, I prefer physical media, but there's some things you just have to embrace with digital, especially games that just don't get physical releases. So it's not really something you could really escape from fully nowadays, but yeah, it's really putting stuff into perspective here. You know, this has been pretty crazy. The look of it, I don't mind it. Really don't mind the Series S, but with it being underpowered compared to the Series X, I almost think like even if it had the disc drive, I would be tempted though. At $300, I would be tempted, but I almost think I would just wait. I would just, if I had to, and or just fuck it, do the financing. I mean, I'm not pushing financing. I think financing's not a good thing, depending, you know, on how you're looking at it. But man, like, I would just get the full-on big boy, even though that thing's like a mini fridge, right? Freaking nuts, dude. I was trying to familiarize myself a little bit with all the games that are coming out for the Series X. And I know Halo Infinite was delayed. And I'm not the biggest Halo fan, but I did play like Reach and ODST quite a bit and really enjoyed them. And I've really been itching to get back into games like that, like first-person competitive shooters. I don't take them that serious, but I do have a lot of memories and fun times with friends playing stuff like that. I kind of want to get back into it a little bit, and I think Halo Infinite would be pretty cool. I know it's been blasted with some of the graphics and whatnot that's been shown so far, but yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. Get the cheaper system, get all these, you know, AAA third-party games that are coming out, like the Call of Duties and stuff, still have access to Halo Infinite. Boom, there we go. It's just not going to be, you know, the Series X games are going to be optimized for that. Fable, not really a Fable fan. State of Decay 3. Forza, I used to play Forza. I had the steering wheel and everything. What? Freaking loved it, man. Everwild, new property by Rare. That actually looks pretty cool. We'll have to wait and see. But there's a lot of games coming out. Like I said, nothing that's really grabbed me and just punched me in the taint and said, "Fucker, play me, buy this system just for me." I haven't had that yet. I haven't had that. But with what we know now, November 10th, pretty sure PS5 is going to come out like either that date or the week before or something. You know they're going to try to one up Microsoft somehow, right? I mean, that's how they both are. We'll have to wait and see with that. I'm really curious on that PS5 pricing. So all the information is starting to trickle in. People are going to get to make their decisions. For the people who are just game fans and not fanboys, people who just want to play games, make their decision on which console to go with. I don't think you'll go wrong either way. It's just really going to depend. Do you like those Sony exclusives? Do you like those Microsoft exclusives, right? That's really where it's going to boil down to. And I like both. So in the end, I'm going to have to get both to enjoy everything. I really like the Xbox Game Pass. Really enjoy that. I get to, mess around with some games, and it's a pretty cool service. I've got a couple years on my account. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Big ass thumb butt. Bloop, bloop. Look at them cheeks. Boom and bye. I start forgetting things, man. I guess I'm getting old.